My name is Rico Nasty, and I am from PG County, Maryland.
Yeah.
You're
It's gorgeous Prince George. Sorry.
Pretty Girl County.
Represent.
Who's Rico Nasty?
Rico Nasty is me. That's who I am. That's the name I decided to give myself after going on a long list of such great names that rappers have. I decided Rico Nasty was the one that fit me. So that's who I am.
Were there names before Rico Nasty?
There was Taco Bella. There is Taco Bella. They're like personas, if you will. I feel like all of us have different personas. We don't normally name them. I feel like that's the more artistic side of it. But yeah, we're different vibes. We're different people sometimes. I don't know.
Do you remember the moment that you turned into Rico Nasty, the artist?
No, I don't. I feel like I've always, it's like I said, it's a persona. So when you're confident, that person that you embody, that is, you're Rico Nasty. You feel me? Like when you just get your fresh haircut, you got your fresh J's on, you motherfucking looking sweet, you ready to go to the club, bag a couple bitches, hit the blue face on them. Yeah, that's your Rico Nasty. That's when you're in, you know what I'm saying? And when you on your more sensitive, damn, don't hurt me, I'm vulnerable, but I'm still a savage, then you're Taco Bella. So I feel like we all have those personas. We're all those people. So I've always been Rico Nasty in a sense. I just never named the bitch. And once I named her, I guess that's when all the other cool shit started happening too, so.
Talk to me about growing up in the DMV and how it influenced you as an artist.
Well, growing up in the DMV, I graduated from Flowers. I went to Lake Arbor. And I went to middle school in Baltimore. I went to the Seed School of Maryland. So, I feel like it was like a sprinkle of a lot of different places. And one thing that I can say about the DMV is we know how to make each other laugh. That's like my favorite part about living here still. Like so many people are like, why don't you move? It's because when you go to LA, people don't really know how to make you laugh. Like people out here, they know how to make you laugh. Like I remember going to school and we joning on one another, like just real live, laughing like shit all day. School was always fun. Sometimes the teachers would bid. Like sometimes the teachers would jump in it. Like it's just very, it's a lot of love here. And Gianna just mentioned that's a lot of love here. So I love the DMV. And it's always been love. I feel like my whole career, everyone has always showed me endless love. So that's my take on the shit. Growing up here has been pretty motherfucking lit, if you ask me. We got carryout, mumbo sauce. That's all I gotta say. That's all I have to say. Bye. That's it.
So you're still here in the DMV, or are you kind of located
I am what we call that bi-coastal. So I have a house here and I have an apartment in LA.
Nice. A lot of the conversation, as you spoke about, is that you do kind of have to leave in order to make it or become mainstream. Do you feel like the way you've navigated your career is you're trying to show that you can do both while still, you know, being in the DMV, but just traveling to other places, but still being able to come home?
Yeah, I just feel like when it's not necessarily important to leave where you're from, but it is very important to travel and try new things and try new places. Like Vermont, I remember having a show out there and I'm like, Vermont, like, do that type of stuff. Don't be afraid to get your feet wet and try new things. You can always come back home. You can always come back home. Your friends are still gonna be there. Everybody's gonna be there. So it's all about just being ready to be independent and all this. Cause I remember traveling a lot and you miss flights and stuff gets hectic cause shit is booked back to back to back. But I feel like that's coming home should be something you look forward to. Like you should be happy to come home. And I feel like if I'm somewhere where I'm not familiar with, I can never be truly happy to come home because I'm always like, what street is this? Where are we at? What is there to eat? What is there to deliver? I'm not doing that when I come home. When I come home, I want to put my feet up. I want to order things I know and relax around people that I love, not people that I work with. You know, you want to chill. So to all my artists out there, like, you can do it. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a whole lot of living out of a suitcase, but that's what this life is, you know. If you want to be a fucking rock star, you have to live out of a suitcase at least a year. At least for a year. Last year, I lived out of a suitcase all year. My manager can co-sign. The entire year, I lived out of a suitcase. Like, I remember my suitcases would break. We would come home, empty out the suitcase, get a new suitcase, wash the clothes, boom, put the suitcase back. It's time to go.
Did that take a toll on you? Like, your mental, how did that affect you to constantly be living out of suitcase? That can't be comfortable.
It's not comfortable, but you want to know, you know what you learn? You learn how to be a minimalist. And that is something that I've always wanted to be. It's a person who only needs reasonable amount of things. And that is what it teaches you. It teaches you to make reasonable decisions. Because when you're first doing it, you're making all this money. You go to LA. Boom, I'm about to give y'all some game. Because this is what used to always happen to me. You go to LA, you get a bag. You get a couple bags. Probably like 20 bags. You go, you spend that all on Rodeo. That is what that is, but then you're gonna have to pay to get that back home. Like, you're gonna have to get a whole new suitcase. That suitcase can't be overweight. Like, so you just have to budget and you have to be mindful. Like, damn, I'm living out of a suitcase. Like, I'm not gonna be able to go home for the next 3 weeks. So what do? I pack a big ass suitcase with nothing but shoes in it. That's what I do. Like toiletries, makeup, and shoes, and that's it. And then I buy the clothes on the road. So sometimes that's what you have to do. And then after 3 weeks, you come home with a whole new wardrobe damn near. And then that's where the problem is, coming home to all that stuff. And it's just stuff everywhere, just stuff. So thank God I moved. But yeah, it was bad last year. Like, the apartment shit was very bad. We getting personal right now. It was bad. Like, I have a clothes problem. Maybe it's not the clothes. I have big shoes. All my shoes or have spikes on them. So they can't, like, go on top of shoes. It's difficult. But you can do it if you want to.
Let's talk about your creative process a little bit. How does it work for you? Is it beat first? Is it you're writing all day? How are you coming up with the records?
I don't know. I guess I want to say I write all day, but it's not like writing all day like I'm really writing, I'm writing. It's more like I could be in the car and I might hear something that rhymes, or I might like be like, damn, that's funny as shit. And then I might write it down in my phone. And then when I hear the beat, I'll come up with an analogy for it, or like figure out how it fits into the song, make a whole song about it. Sometimes I just get on the beat. It's all different vibes. I feel like no rapper really, people just be saying, oh yeah, I go in there and spit fire off the dome, and that shit is kind of like overrated. Cause you have to be able to do ad-libs. The ad-libs gotta match what you're saying, so you gotta know what you're saying. You gotta know what you're saying. So it don't just come out like that. It's pieced together. It's like a puzzle.
Can you talk about any memorable recording sessions that you've had within this last year that really stand out for you?
Well, Tay Keith, because we just did his beat. Yeah, Tay Keith, fuck these niggas up. I remember, yeah. We were in the studio for like, what, 3 days? 2 days? I don't know. It was lit though. We did a lot of songs, and I'm a huge fan of him. And I just remember, like, you know, working with Kenny is one thing because I'm like super comfortable. So it's like when Tay Keith came to the building, I felt like I had to impress him. So like I had to put my what's up? You feel me? Like I had to really feel that shit. And he was just super cool, super chill. We had chips in the studio. So my dog was like messing with him. It was a really cool, like, family type vibe. But yeah, I think that's one of my favorite sessions ever because I felt like I had to impress him, but I was super comfortable at the same time. It was lit.
Can you talk about the record that you just performed for us? What's it called? You know, what inspired it, and what are the plans for it?
So the song is called Uzi, produced by Tay Keith. No, it was not inspired by Little Uzi. It was inspired by. It's the same thing I did with Kilo OG. Oh my God, it's so funny. So basically, I was smoking King Louis. I had like a little anime bitch on my shirt. My bitch got big boobies. I had on my True Religion sweatsuit. I got on Truies. I had the Louis bag, but I can't forget the Louis. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it just pieced together. Like, I just look at shit around me and be like, damn, what's going on? Like, smoking King Louis. My bitch got big boobies. I got on Truies. Can't forget the Louis. And I'm always smoking big doobies. Hit a bitch like ooey. It's just, I just remember being in there. That shit came to my head. I was like, all right, let me get in the studio. I recorded that first. The verse came after. I think I came out and take a shot. Some Don Julio. Then I went back in with the heat. With the heat on my chest. I had to get that shit off with the Don J. And then, yeah. That's how the song came. Always fun vibes, always lit vibes in the studio. I try not to think too hard, but when I do find myself thinking too hard and I make music, it's bad. I'm gonna let y'all know. It ain't good. So it's important that I have fun in the studio. So if you are watching this and you're like, she not trying in the booth. It's music should be fun. You should make sure people listening have fun. That's my biggest thing. That's the rules over here. If you're not having fun listening to me, then don't even listen. Just have some fun. If you're sad, put me on. Embody me. Embody this.
As we kind of get ready to wrap this portion up, I know that a lot of artists here really look up to what it is that you have accomplished in relatively a short amount of time. I mean, it's been a grind, but it hasn't been like a decade plus. It's been a short amount of time. What advice specifically for DMV artists? Because it's different when you're talking to a national artist that made it. Like, you're from the DMV and you've made it. So what advice specifically for DMV artists can you give, who aspire to want to get to your level?
One thing I can say is I know it was hard to get where you at, but don't nobody owe you shit. Really. Really, really, really. I know it was really hard to get where you at. I know it's really hard, to get up and you get up and you get up and you feel like people need to help me. Don't nobody owe you shit. You have to keep working. You have to keep working. Keep working. Stay your ass out the way. Don't be trying to be up in everybody's music video. Don't be trying to be cool with everybody. Make your music when the shit catch on and you lit, you on top of the world. Get them bookings. And then I'm gonna give you a song and then we lit. You feel me? Not for real though. Like, stay focused. And, you get a lot of people on your team. You feel like, damn, like, I need more things, but don't nobody owe you shit. You have to work to get everything. Even though you think this shit's sweet, or get to a point where, damn, it's lit. I'm making money. It's lit. It's sweet. It's not sweet. Ain't shit sweet. And ain't nothing free. And I see you up here, bitch, because it's lonely up here. Motherfucking feels like don't nobody know how to say kill. Don't nobody know how to walk up in that spot. You know what I'm saying? Nobody lit like us. And that's it. Keep showing love to one another. That too. That's something that I want to say. Like, I don't want to say outside looking in because I be talking to all these little rappers. They're all so cool. Shout out the young niggas. But, yeah, keep the love going. Keep making sure that y'all showing one another love because that is how we create a unit. That's how we create a motherfucking tornado that can't nobody stop because we are our own factory. That's it.
Be our own factory. I like that you collab with a lot of other artists that are from here. Like, you don't seem to have no problem. Like, hey, I do it no matter where they're at in their career. You know, just starting or somewhat established. You seem like it's all
Yeah,
right.
because I remember wanting those features. I remember being a new person on the scene. I'm like, damn, I want a Big Flock feature, or damn, I want a Will the Rapper feature. Even at one point, being like, damn, I want a Shelly the MC feature. Like, you know, and then getting to a point where it's like, damn, like people want my feature. Oh, this shit about to be lit. You know about me. You seen this shit. Like, and then it really be the kids like Manny, like really, you seen this? You was in school sneaking to watch my shit? That's crazy. That shit is inspiring. So we got to make sure that they feel appreciated as well, because a lot of times that's where everybody go wrong, is they didn't feel appreciated when they first come up. So now they up and they be like, fuck everybody. And it don't need to be like that. Motherfuckers need, at any point in time, you are loved. We fuck with you. We got you. Like, and I don't know, niggas be paying attention to the wrong shit sometimes, but you just gotta, I don't know, they be calling me auntie.
You know, auntie.
They be calling me Auntie Rico. I be like, damn, I'm getting old. I'm getting old.
I'm here for it though.
Yeah.
Because, you know, again, I always will remember how we met, when we met, and what excited me about you was the focus. You knew exactly.
I was like,
you knew exactly what you wanted. You had a plan. Like, you had the squad, like it was a team unit. Remember, and your son was everywhere. It was me, you, Malik, and the baby. And what I saw was like there wasn't anything that was gonna stop you. Can you speak to like that type of focus? What that requires? What that was like? Just having that type of focus, because I'm kind of like I believe in one track. Like I'm a one track thinker. Like that's how I get on the radio. I knew as a young person, like, it was
this is what I wanted to do.
I called it radio or die when I graduated from Howard. That's what I loved about you, is I felt like you understood that, like, it couldn't be, there was no option for failure. Did you feel like that? And what was that focus like? How did you, especially because you had a whole family, like you had your son. There's a lot of things that can distract from that.
It was one of them, the focus really, it really came from having a child young. I feel like that's the crazy thing about it, is sometimes life will throw things at you that make you feel like you wasn't destined for greatness. I always grew up feeling like I was gonna be in a certain position in life, but I didn't know how. I didn't know like what it was gonna be. I didn't know if it was gonna be fashion. I didn't know if it was gonna be hair. I didn't know if it was gonna be makeup. Like, I loved all these different pockets, all this different stuff. And I had my kid, and it was just like one of them things where it's an elephant in the room. Don't nobody gotta say it, but everybody is looking at you like, you done did it now. And you just, you take that on the chest, and it doesn't alienate you in a sense where you are away from people, but it does alienate you mentally, and sometimes that is needed. Sometimes you need to alienate yourself mentally in order to focus. Because if you don't do that, then you're just living life every day, and you don't even know like what your next step is, what you're doing, like, you know, what is the next thing. And focus it's in and out. It's in and out. So you have to cherish those moments when you can't do it. Because like I just said, when I'm on the road a lot and there's no focus and there is just run and gun, we going, it is very important that I come home and I'm like, one track mind. Can't think of nothing else except for where I see myself in 5 years, 10 years, 2 years. That's it. And then little by little, you reach them goals before 2 years. You reach them goals before 5 years. And then that's makes you want to just keep doing it. Just keep saying goals. They don't have to be crazy goals. Just shit that you know, like, this is on my list of things I want to accomplish as a as a rapper, I want to do certain shit. I wanted to go to China. I went to China. You just find ways to build your own legacy. Just build it yourself. Don't go by nobody else's rules. Just, what do you want to do? What do you want to be remembered for? What do you want to be remembered by? Like, that's how the show shit came up, because it's like, yeah, people come to shows and they have fun and it's lit. Yeah. But like, these motherfuckers need to come to a show and leave out like, bro, what the fuck? What just happened? Like, these girls, like, oh my God, I remember going to the rages growing up and it would barely be girls, and it'd just be like, damn, like, girls need to understand what it's like to like do your makeup, feel like a bad bitch, and just go and fuck it up. And then you leave and you don't even care because you just had so much fun, because you're just like, damn, this was like a night. I remember having them nights growing up, having the nights where it's like I would go to a house party or something. I'm like, bruh, you leave out. It's like, yo, did this really just happen? This is like Project X. Like, what the fuck? This is lit. Oh my God. That's what my shows are. And I want people, for as long as they live, whether they came to a show at 21 or they came to a show at 15, to be 40 years old and say, if you didn't go there, your life was not lit. It gotta be one of those things. And that's what Focus does. Focus is sitting in my room and thinking, what do I want that experience to be?
And creating that. I know it's been dope hearing you on in movies, on TV. Like, sometimes I'm just watching a show. I can't even remember the last time. I was watching something. I know your voice when I hear it. But what has it been like to get those placements? Because a lot of people, you know, you're trying to get hits on the Billboard charts. But I talked to one artist that said getting your music in a movie or on a TV show is like, that's another bag. That's a great bag to get.
It's a very nice bag. Very nice bag.
Can we talk about your music on television, big screen, small screens, like getting those placements?
It's just one of those things where, honestly, shout out to the team. Shout out to like the people that I work with that bring those opportunities in. I don't want to sit here and say, yeah, I know hand in hand how all these opportunities happen. I know I sign off on cool shit and I'll be like, yeah, this sounds cool. My song gonna be right there. All right, that's cool. Might do a little bit of research on it. My favorites have definitely been Fast and Furious, Insecure. You know, being in there back-to-back seasons is crazy. Like, that was one of my like favorite shows ever, and to be a part of that was ridiculous. What was the other? It was one on Netflix. I don't know. I feel like all the ones that I sign off on are really, really cool. I don't know how those opportunities are brought in. I just know that there's a person, he's like, what's his name? Mr. Ollie? Shout out to you, Ollie. Shout out to you, Ollie. I'm sorry, I can't go into depth about your job, but I just know he's like, you ever seen this show? And I'll be like, I don't know. And I'll check it out. And then if I fuck with it, then we move forward.
Brought in because your versatility, they fit so many different.
Oh yeah, I mean, or there have been certain times where they be like, make a song for the show. So.
It must have been Netflix, because I was watching something and
It's
I'm like,
the L word.
it's the L word. So I'm watching that on Showtime. The new L word.
I thought it was the after party.
No, I think
That
it's-
one with Kyle.
The L word, it went on
Sorry.
Netflix, then they made it did so well, it went on HBO.
There it is. Okay, I've been watching it. I think I'm watching it on Hulu via Showtime.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I'm like, yo, I know that voice. I'm like,
That's
crazy.
fucking crazy. Oh my God. I feel like my mom is always the one that stays on top of it. She sends me the video. She's like, hey, this is your song. What the hell? But,
Okay. Well, my last question for you, and I think we're good on our part. Tell us a little bit about how you deal with the down parts of the business. I know it's not always like
positivity and
love
greatness.
and candles and weed. Sometimes it can be very like, you know, tumultuous. What do you do, or how do you deal? And sharing that with your audience, because you seem to be very transparent on your socials about perhaps how you're feeling, but sometimes like your audience might look at that and be like, oh my God, is Rico okay? You know, talk a little bit about sharing yourself, but also dealing with some of the lower points.
I feel like I share myself because it's very important that people still understand that I'm a human being.
Yeah,
She
I
gets
feel
it.
that.
she gets it. Because I feel like a lot of times when I do go long periods of time without showing that I'm going through anything, people just act like nothing fucking matters to me. They're like, girl, fuck that. That don't matter. That don't matter. You good. That don't matter. You good. You good. And so over time, you do build up like, I'm good. I'm good. Everybody telling me I'm good. I'm good. And then you get alone and you're just like, wait, I'm not good. This is bad. Fuck. But, is that what comes with the job? Is that what comes with having a job where you have moments where so many people love you and then you're just alone? Because that's what it is. It's like you go on tour, you have meet and greet, all this shit. Everyone seems to need you. Where's Rico? Where's Rico? Rico. What's Rico doing? Where's she about to be at? Oh my God. Is she landed yet? Is she here? Where's Rico? What's Rico wearing? Rico. And then you get off tour or you get off that period of time where everyone was like super, super on your ass. And you're just like, nobody needs me. I'm not important. It don't matter. As an artist, I just want to say to my other artists, one thing that I've learned is that they love you, but like literally their lives do not revolve around you. So you need to check yourself sometimes when you feeling like that. That's what I've learned to do. When I'm having them very low moments, it's like, hold up. You got people that really do need you, and you over here feeling like, you feeling like all these emotions and you're not even cherishing this time. That's what my manager always tells me. It's like, you home, you're not even cherishing this time. When you get to be home, you get to relax because you feel like you're not working. You feel like you're not doing shit. And then you fucking get back on the road and you like, I want to be home. I want to be this. I want to be relaxing. I want to do this. This is the life you chose. Sometimes you feel like shit and sometimes you feel like good. Sometimes them lows be real low because you feel like can't nobody hear you, but you really got the biggest voice. That's really what it is. Like, you got all this mouth, you got all these bars, you so quick to do this, and then some shit just hits you and you don't even know what to say. You're just like, what? And in the moments you feel weak, and in the moments you feel like shit, and in the moments you feel like a pussy. But in the moments, you have to learn that this is life. Life ain't fair, nigga. You gotta play the game. It's the game, right? You gotta play the game. And it sounds harsh. It sounds crazy, but you don't gotta be crazy. You don't have to play it crazy. You don't gotta do wild shit, but it is the game, and sometimes you gotta take shit on the chest. And you have to learn how to move forward. How we gonna move forward? That's it. Hey guys, it's Rico Nasty, and I'm rocking out with AMPD.